What's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, it's about damn time. It's about damn time that we did top 10 Nat 5s in Summoners War. Oh, yeah. I have tabulated all of your... I took a tab, and I took a stone tablet, and I tabulated all of your results. And this is what I came up with. Without further ado, let me do further first. No, I went... actually, I went through all of your all the other polls that we did for the different elements, and I came up with this top 10, and this is including light and dark, guys. This is fire, wind, water, light, dark, and mushrooms. This is all elements of Summoners War. So let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my God, so many good ones to choose from. So many good ones. Number 10. Number 10. Number 10. Hold on. Where is she? Where is she? Oh my goodness. It's lit up too. I'm very excited. I have one of the top 10. One of the top 10. Not my pick. It's your pick. One of the top 10. Vanessa. Vanessa. Crazy pants. Crazy pants. Okay. First skill. Sword of Promise attacks with a sword. Seal of Fire is automatically activated if the enemy dies. Okay. Potential to do multiple attacks. Attacks an enemy dealing damage proportionate to the enemy's max HP and decreases its defense for 2 turns. Defense break plus based on enemy's HP. Very nice. So good against tanks. And then Warrior's Return revives a dead ally with 30% of HP, which recovers by 15% per turn for the next 2 turns. Not the best revival in the game, but pretty high up there. I mean, just based on the fact that, well, it's pretty high up there for her leader skill. Her leader skill increases the attack speed of ally monsters in the arena by 33%. You really can't beat that. You really can't beat that. You see her in Guardian all the damn time. But that's what makes her Warrior's Return skill much better, is that they're going to get to their next turn faster and get to their turn after that faster. So they'll actually be able to recover some more HP before they get killed. Not always, trust me, not always. I've seen her, not always. But it does happen. The best thing about Vanessa, though, her base stats are pretty good, all around. She's an all-around good monster. You can ruin her for attack, you could ruin her for defense. I mean, you could ruin her super tanky, or you could ruin her for doing a tremendous amount of damage. So she's flexible. And then we have the leader skill, increase the attack speed. Turn advantage is just insane. There's so much you can do with that leader skill. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Number 10. Okay. Number 10. Who is number 9? A dark monster. A dark monster. Who do we have? Who do we have? This one's not going to be lit up, guys. I don't have this one. Zeratu! Zeratu the Dark Chimera. The strongest single target damage dealer probably in the game. Probably in the entire game. Trample, pin down, inflicts continuous damage. Unleashed Fury gains increased attack power and immunity, and it's also a mini violent because it will trigger another turn after that. So all you have to do is Unleash Fury, bam, another turn back into a trample. And if that wasn't badass enough, Forbidden Power passive inflicts up to 2 extra attacks with 50% of the damage if you get a critical hit. Now he's always ruined for attack. Attack, 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 attack. You don't see these guys ruined for HP. You see them ruined for strong attack. So he's ruined for attack. He's gonna do 2 extra attacks when you crit. So he's got to have as high crit as he possibly can. Don't put crit on 4. Get the substats. Put like Violent Blade on him. But I mean, if you put Violent Blade, I've seen this guy do. Oh my god, with Violent Blade. Just keep doing Unleashed Fury into attacking, into Unleashed Fury into attack. It's just like, how many turns are you gonna get, Zeratu? And then three attacks every time he attacks. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. He doesn't have a variety of different attacks, but he does what he doesn't have in a variety, he makes up for in being extremely ruthless and brutal and one-shotting basically anything in the game. Okay. That was number 9. Number 8. A monster that most of us have. Oh my god. Veramos, a fusible monster. Number 8 on the list. And I actually don't disagree with this. Veramos is really good. He is a really good monster. First skill, continuous damage dots. Second skill, AoE, stun. AoE stun, second skill. Lovely, oh my god. And he has harmful effect removal every time he gets a turn, and he's usually ruined with pretty high speed. So pretty high speed means, because his first skill is based on speed, means he's just always removing all harmful effects. He's just so good, so good. And he has a leader skill, increases the HP of ally monsters by 33% everywhere. I don't disagree that this guy should be pretty high, like actually on this top 10 list, because he is very good. He also doesn't have the element disadvantage to anyone except for light. So there you go. So there you go. Like he can do fine attacking fire, wind, and water, and he can do fine attacking light monsters too. So there. Number, I can't count backwards apparently. Number 7. Number 7, a water monster. Number 7. Oh, I don't have her, and I wish I did. Just for the boobs. Just for the boobs alone. First skill, passing time. It's Praha. First skill, passing time. Attacks 3 times, recovers 15% of the attack bar each time the attack lands a critical hit. So she gets extra turns. Fucking Praha. Then we have predicted future attacks. All enemies with an 80% chance to remove beneficial effects, inflicting continuous damage equal to the number of removed beneficial effects for 2 turns. This is the best thing to use against Chloe teams. The best thing to use against Chloe teams. In addition to that, Daydream recovers the HP of all allies by 50% by putting yourself to sleep for 1 turn. She can even awaken. She can even if she has Violent on her, she can just awaken right after that. So it's just an AoE 50% heal. It's ridiculous. Leader skill increases the resistance of ally monsters by 41% everywhere, and resistance is always good. Like sometimes you don't need to increase your accuracy. For example, if you have monsters that really don't do any harmful effects, you don't really need accuracy for that. But resistance is almost always really good. So yeah. Oh, Praha. Oh, now you're just hiding behind your fan. Ooh, Praha. I wouldn't mind getting one of those. I would not mind a Praha. All right, who is number 6? Number 6, a fire monster. Ooh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fire monster, Velajul. Bam! Fire Archangel. Ridiculous. First skill removes a beneficial effect. Damage increases according to your defense. He's usually ruined with pretty high defense. He shouldn't be ruined with all defense though, because then he's going to be too easy to be Ramagast. Ramagast, which is what I like to usually use against Velajul. Then we have Punishment. Deals damage with the Flames of Punishment. Inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns. The initial damage increases according to defense, which both skills increase according to defense, but this actually does quite a decent amount of damage. Then we have Sanctuary. Removes all harmful effects on all allies, granting them immunity for 3 turns and increasing their attack bar by 30%. With Violent, he can just keep using Sanctuary, and like your entire team will be immune forever. Forever. So annoying. Then we have the leader skill, increases the HP of ally monsters with fire attribute by 50%. So, HP of ally monsters with fire attribute by 50% and immunity. Ridiculous. Why am I seeing... This is actually... He's one of the monsters that helps make the meta such a fiery meta. We have all these Lucians. Everyone's running Lucian teams as offense. If they have 1 or 2 Lucians, they're like, I'm doing Lucian nuke teams, right? So Velajul stops that. Velajul stops that with his leader skill, and then people are like, I'm just going to use all fire. And then they stop Lucian teams, so they get hit half as many times, so they stay higher in the rankings, because they're using all fire teams headed with Velajul. Crazy pants. Crazy pants. And, I mean, this is just... Sanctuary is so annoying. It's so annoying. Unfortunately, his speed is, not the greatest. Not the greatest, but, let's see. Now increases critical rate. So yeah, his speed is not the greatest, but it is what it is. He's still such a great monster. Oh, and this is also, not only is this immunity, this is attack gauge boost as well. So keep that in mind. He does also boost attack gauge. Number 6, Velajul. Oh, and Velajul's little buddy. Velajul's little buddy, Ariel, the Little Mermaid. He doesn't look like a Little Mermaid, actually. But yeah, Ariel is beastly. Some people, I was having a chat with my guildmates, And I was like, is there any monster that can, like, actually solo Dragon's B10? And they're like, Ariel, maybe. Maybe a perfectly ruined Ariel might be able to solo Dragon's B10. I guess we'll never see. I guess we'll never see unless someone is like, emails me and they're like, I have an Ariel that can solo Dragon's B10. But actually, I have some guildmates that, they weren't included in the conversation that we had. But they do have some Ariel, so I guess I'll have to ask. But Ariel... insane healer. Heavenly Sword attacks with the Heavenly Sword, removing a beneficial effect on the enemy with a 75% chance. Damage increases according to your defense. Archangel's Blessing recovers an ally's HP by 50%. Nice heal for a second skill. Holy Water recovers the HP of all allies by 30%, AoE heal by 30%, and additionally recovers 15% every turn for the next 3 turns. So, over the course of the next 3 turns, it's an AoE heal for 75%. And then the leader skill increases the HP of ally monsters with water attribute by 50%. That's tremendous, especially since he's usually ruined with tremendous crazy HP. So, HP and resistance. Yeah, Ariel is very annoying in arena sometimes. The only thing is you can counter him with things like Lucian and things like Brian, because they're going to have the disturb HP recovery with the first skill. So it's the only thing that is kind of takes Ariel down, or those things. All right, number 4, another. Oh, we don't have to go very far. Number 4, Chow. Chow the Water Dragon Knight. Nice. Okay, first skill, Dragon's Might. Inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. Then we have the Torrent. The damage of this attack increases as your HP drops. If your HP is below 30%, the enemy's defense is ignored. Ignore defense, plus it does a tremendous amount of damage. Is this why people love Chow? I think it's mostly his 3rd skill, Flow passive. Gains immunity against unrecoverable effects. Additionally, you recover 15% of your HP when your turn ends. So that's why you see this guy sometimes with a set of Nemesis. Which means he gets more turns, which means every time he's attacked, he gets closer to getting a turn and then healing himself up. So, lots of violent Nemesis Chows out there. Sometimes they run him YOLO Chow with attack, crit, damage, attack. And, because you usually want Chow with high crit rate based on his first skill as well. And then he's going to ignore enemy's defense, so attack, crit, damage, attack does a tremendous amount of damage. But he is an HP monster. He does have tremendous base HP, and he can solo Giant B9 just by himself if you ruin him for HP. So, and then we have Leader Skill increases the defense of ally monsters with water attribute by 50%. So your enemies basically do almost no damage to you. It's crazy. Crazy. Very strong Leader Skill. Very strong Leader Skill. So that is Chow. It is Chow, the number 4. Who is number 3? Camilla. You will see Camilla so often in the top 100 players. So often you'll see her. Alright, here's Camilla. Sword of Promise attacks with the sword. Seal of Water is automatically activated if the enemy dies. Seal of Water attacks the enemy, dealing damage proportionate to the enemy's max HP. Good against really tanky monsters, and decreases its attack speed for 2 turns. Very nice. Good against bosses. And then we have the First Aid passive. Reduces incoming critical damage by half. That's pretty nice. And removes the weakening effects on the character. So she removes her own weakening effects and recovers 10% of her hit points every turn. You always see her in arena at top level. She's crazy. She does. And you usually see her with attack, crit, damage, attack, like really strong Camillas with like 100% crit rate, or as high as they possibly can. Camilla is tremendous. She's fantastic. These Valkyrias, you see them a lot in high ranks. She's crazy. She also, her leader skill increases the critical rate of ally monsters in the arena by 33%. Also, she gains increased critical rate by when she's awakened. That's why they call her Critmilla. All them crits. Crit. All these things are based on crit. Her awakening, her leader skill, and her third skill all have something to do with crit. Camilla. Okay, so if Camilla is number 3, that means we have 2 spots left. 2 spots left. Oh, number 2 is gonna have to go to fire. Number 2 is gonna have to go to fire. It's not lit up. It'll never be lit up, but that's okay, because I can still play with my friends. Poorna, fire chicken. The fire chicken. The fire chicken's first attack attacks the enemy with a mysterious energy and stuns them for 1 turn with an 18% chance. 48% when it's upgraded. Not a bad skill. Stun on the first skill. Nice. Flame Nova explodes compressed energy of fire to inflict damage to an enemy. The more HP the targeted enemy currently has, the larger the damage becomes. This thing hits like a ridiculous. And of course, Poorna is always unviolent and always procs 1,000 million times. Oh my god. Oh my god. Poorna with crit damage on 4. Destroys anyone with a defense break. Poorna just deletes. Delete. Also, if that wasn't enough, Eternity passive recovers the HP of all allies by 10% every turn. Also, really good reason to have Poorna on violent runes. Every turn, she recovers the HP of all allies and rises from the ashes at the moment of death with 100% HP. She just revives herself. Oh my god! When you think about the things that and if that wasn't enough, her leader skill increases the attack power of ally monsters in the dungeons by 44%. Nuke dungeon strategy. What? Just a more powerful version of Lucian's leader skill. But if you think about what makes a good monster, right? So what makes a good monster? There's monsters that do tremendous amount of damage. There's monsters that heal. There's monsters that revive, and there's monsters that do crowd control, like disable the opponents, right? So Poorna does massive amount of damage. Poorna revives herself. Poorna has an AoE heal every turn. Poorna also has a stun with her first skill. Poorna has basically the kit of multiple monsters mashed into one. Poorna is a ridiculous monster. I am not surprised to see her at number 2 on this list. She's amazing. She's amazing. And anyone that pulls a Poorna, you've seen some of the people that, like, your friends pull a Poorna and they're like, oh my god, they freak out, they start shaking, they're like, oh my god, I got a Poorna, I got a fucking Poorna, oh my god, oh, Poorna, oh, Poorna. Yeah, Poorna's ridiculous. Oh my god. So Poorna's number 2 and she's that ridiculous. Who's number 1? Zeros. Look at his, he's like laughing too. He's got that little Zeros smirk on. Oh my god, Zeros. Okay. First skill, Firebolt, shoots a fire arrow at the enemy. Second skill, burns enemies with a fire shower and inflicts continuous damage. I do not want to take a fire shower. I don't feel like I would be clean after that. Inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns with a 25% chance for each attack. And this again gets upgraded when you feed it some Devilmons, which Zeros deserves all the Devilmons. All the Devilmons. Continuous damage for 3 turns with 20. Just so many damn dots on you guys on the team. It's like, oh, thanks. Thanks for that. And then we have the Fire Breath, the most OP skill in the game. Attacks all enemies with a Fire Breath and puts their skills on cooldown. On cooldown. The only thing that can take Zeros out is immunity. If you have immunity, it's GG against Zeros. Zeros is like, oh, I guess I can't do too much, can I? I guess I can't do too much. But if you don't have immunity, that's why everyone loves Chloe. They're like, Chloe, thank you. Chloe, oh my god, I have to fight a Zeros. Thank god I have Chloe. Or thank god I have Beljul. Or thank god I have Draco. Or thank god I have Delphoy. Any of those, or Fedora. Any of those immunity monsters. Nice. Fedora's actually going to be really good against Zeros too. Because Fedora's going to smack him around, decrease his defense and his attack power. But there's 2 different ways to ruin Zeros. You can ruin him for violent, and you can ruin him for despair, and you can ruin him for attack. He's got a crazy amount. He had 911 attack, because that's what you're going to be calling after you get hit by Zeros. Or you could ruin him for HP, which I've seen some people ruin him for HP and have him more as a tanky support monster that just shuts down their whole team, the whole opponent's team with Fire Breath. But yeah, Zeros doesn't do much against monsters that have passive skills. That's the only thing. But yeah, Zeros does not do too much against monsters that have passive skills, but other than that, any monsters that, like multiple revive teams, Zeros just shuts them down really, really easily. Especially the wind multiple revive teams, because there are multiple monsters, more often than not, multiple revive teams are going to be heavy on wind. And then leader skill increases the attack power of ally monsters by 33% everywhere. Zeros, oh my god, the number 1 5-star in the game. Number 1 5. Well, according to you guys. Some people will disagree. Some people will be like, oh no, Camilla's gonna. I know a lot of people will disagree and they'll say Camilla's the number 1 5-star in the game. I know some people will disagree and say Poorna's the number 1 5-star in the game. Some people will say Zeratu. Some people will say Vanessa. But basically, you guys voted for it, and I am not surprised. Zeros won by. Actually, I don't think it was okay, he won by like 70 votes, like 65 votes. So, yeah, I just tabulated all the votes from all the different top 10s that you guys voted on in the past. And Zeros was number 1. Number 1! Natural 5-star. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope everyone with the Zeros just pat themselves on the back, even though they already knew he was OP. Crazy strong, but again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Who do you think should have been number 1? Who do you think? Most people are going to be like, well, Zeros, Poorna, Zeratu. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next Zeros fucking video. The next Zeros, but no, we're not going to do that in the next video. I'll see you in the next motherfucking video. Peace.